Hi, and welcome to another Taleo social sourcing session. Today, we're going to learn how to edit our site in social sourcing. We are going to add blocks, edit block settings, move blocks, view different languages and the setup that's required. We're going to preview our site and publish our site. Let's go ahead and go to your Taleo system. We'll go to Configuration, and under Quick Access, we'll go to Social Sourcing. Once we're in social sourcing, we're going to go to Admin and Configure Settings. Under Settings, we're going to go to Site Builder. Now we have our list of all of our sites. Your default site will always be at the top, and I'm going to head and click on Edit Site. It will open in a new tab and allow you to change anything on your page. We talked a little bit about the settings over here in a previous session, but let's actually expand and talk a little more. We're going to click on Logos and Images, and there's several options in here. So your main logo is going to be your logo that shows in the upper left corner of your page. Now, this logo has specific dimensions that it's asking for. It has to be in a .png format, and it has to be 194 by 70 pixels. We also have a Facebook logo, a LinkedIn logo. These are going to be logos that show if your job is shared on Facebook or LinkedIn, it's the logo associated with that. Most of the time, those are a square format. Facebook requests a 200 by 200, LinkedIn requests a 300 by 300. Notice that the Facebook logo must be a PNG. The LinkedIn logo can be a PNG or a JPEG. We also have a favicon. For those of you that don't know what a favicon is, it's a very, very small image, either 16 by 16 or 32 by 32 pixels, and the file must be of a .ico format. A favicon is going to be this little guy right up here on your tab, or this little guy right here. It's a very small icon that goes next to the name on your tab. If I scroll down, I also have a landing page image. This is going to be the image that shows on the top of any of your landing page and also comes with a recommended size. If you click the upload button, it will upload any of your documents that you can select here, and it'll upload the image. You also have an advanced CSS option. Your advanced CSS is going to be any type of custom CSS that you add into the page to control or override any settings. We previously talked about branding and having different layouts, but you can look at the top. So this would be the HTML that goes at the top of your page, and you can also have branding that goes at the bottom of your page. So one controls your header, one controls your footer. If I highlight or hover over any one of my blocks, you'll notice that it kind of goes gray and gives you some options. If I click the down arrow, it's going to move my block down, and it changes where the block is placed. I can also do the same thing and move my block up. If I hover over again, you'll notice the eye. What this does is if I click on it, it hides that block, and I can see it's hidden because it puts this ear tag in the upper right-hand corner with a cross through it. If I click on this again, it'll bring it back to visibility. I'm going to hover on this next option here. This one actually has a pencil icon. If I click that pencil icon, here is where I can update my hero image. Please keep in mind that this does have a maximum file size, and it can be either a JPEG, a PNG, or a GIF. The recommended size of this image is 940 by 200. Many people actually turn this image off because the width is so wide and from top to bottom, it is extremely narrow. Sometimes it's very hard to find an image that meets these qualifications. You can also edit this text here on your page. If I click the X, it returns my image to the original image and text. Let's say I want to turn off my hero image, but I want to add a new image on top of it. I come over here to my hero image, I turn it off, and it takes that image away. But notice that when I go in between these blocks, there's a line with a plus that shows. If I click on that plus, it allows me to add something new. I can add new content. Now that content can be text content. It can be a header, so the text is bigger and highlighted. It could be an image with text to the right, an image with text to the left. Again, an image with a shorter box of text. I can have the image on the right or the left. I can have 3 columns with text underneath them, or just a straight image. Because I'm replacing the hero image, I'm going to select just an image and click Add Content. Now it shows this right here, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the little cog icon. That brings me in to my image configuration. I can put alt text, I can put title text, and I can put a link URL. But if I want to go ahead and click on the actual image, here's where I can update any images that I want to upload. I'm going to click my folder structure over here, and then I'm going to click Upload. It asks me to pick a file. So I'm going to pick a file with an image in it. And I'm going to click Open. Now you can see that my Acuity image has been uploaded with a specific file size. I'm going to click on it. And now because I clicked on it, my Select and Crop button has become able to be clicked. I'm going to click on Select and Crop. And now it shows me a crop image, and my aspect ratio is right now turned on. The height is 182 pixels. So this, based on this right here, this is what my image will look like. Well, I don't really like that. I want to be able to click and drag my image down. I want to capture more of this image here. So what I have to do in order to fix that, or to be able to click and drag, I have to turn off my aspect ratio. And now I can click and drag. I can move my image around. Once I'm ready and I'm done, I have to click lock. So it locks the image, and then I can click Insert Image. So now you'll see that my image is here, and I can go ahead and click on Save. So now I've added my image. I can move it up, move it down. I can hide it. I can edit it, and I can even delete it. So those are the images up towards the top where the bar goes along the full width of the page. We also have sections down here where I might not want to put something across the whole top of the page. I might want to put it down here. I'm going to go ahead and hide my activity feed because I don't want to see it. But if I want to add something here, I can click to add. And again, I don't have the full list of content that I had up at the top because these are smaller. So really I can do text, I can do text with a header, and I can do a small image. But they would show very small over here. If I turned off my featured jobs, I can also do that. And I should be able to, there we go, My plus with a bar shows up. So if I wanted to add content here, I could add content here as well. You'll notice it's not the full list of all of the images that I had at the top, but it's a majority of them. I'm going to go ahead and turn my featured jobs back on. One of the things that people like to do with images is insert landing pages. Landing pages can be created, and I'll show you how to do that in another session. But when I create a landing page, I like to have an image that I can click on that'll take me right to that landing page. So if I go ahead and add a section, and I'm going to click on the 3 columns with the images and the text. I'm going to add my content. So you'll notice I have 3 separate images. Just because there's text down here doesn't mean you need to have text down here. I can back it out and click save, and now I have my 3 images. And when I click on edit again, don't forget, if I go into this option right here, I can put a link URL. And what that'll do is that'll link me directly to my landing pages that I can create. So that's a way to get really creative with using images and links on your page. Now, when I scroll up to the top, I have language selected as English. If you are translating your social sourcing site into different languages, the main text or anything that's added out of the box by Taleo will already be translated, but anything that you've added will not, and you're going to have to go translate that. So in order to do that, I can click up here under English, and your languages have to already be enabled. If I click on Spanish, you'll notice that all the stuff up here, my links all changed because those are out of the box. The text here all changed because it's out of the box. Here changed because it's out of the box. But you'll notice what didn't change is any text that I may have added in as part of something, whether it's a text of an image. And actually, let me show you. I'm going to turn the hero image back on. And so that text also didn't change. Also, what didn't change is any of my Taleo information. If this is not translated in Taleo, it's not going to be translated on your page. So one of the things to keep in mind with translations is that you need to translate the information on your page if it is not delivered out of the box. I'll push it back to English. And over here on the right, I can actually preview my page as somebody different. I can preview my page as an external candidate. I can preview my page as an employee, and I can also preview my page as a referral. So I'm going to pick external candidate because one of the things that I want you to see is that when I preview my page as an external candidate, some of the things might change, especially the promote new landing page will actually turn to, if you have it enabled, it'll actually turn to show you your sign up for job alerts section. I may not have it enabled, which is why it's still showing promote new landing pages. And I'm actually seeing this as an admin. There we go. So now as an admin or as an employee, I can see it changes to refer your friends, submit a referral. And you can switch back and forth in between the different options. Once you're ready and your site has been previewed and you think you're ready to publish it, you're going to click the green Publish Site button. Once you publish it, it should say the site was published. I did receive an error, but you should see that the site should be published. If you come back out, you can X right out of this page up here. I can either go back into my site settings make changes, publish it again, or if I come back up to my site builder, I can actually click right on the URL and it'll take me out to my site. If I don't like it, I can go back in and I can make additional changes. Tune into the next session when we'll talk about pages, all of these different pages and what can be done, as well as landing pages.